Okay, so that's the inlet hose back on, and all I need to do now is reconnect the airflow meter wire, which just plugs in there like that. That's that done. Refit the dipstick in a minute, I'll do that in a minute, and then reconnect the plug leads. Now again, it does pay in the long run to sort these out and have them running properly and tidily, and then they're easy to put back then. As you can see, mine are all numbered number 7, 5, 3 and 1 on this side. So they all run tidy there. It's pretty natural the way they fall back to their positions. But one of the things I do like to do is on the inside of these rubber caps, these can get quite hard to get off. Very hard to get off, sometimes they break. But mine come off nice and easy, and the reason for that is I put some petroleum jelly inside on the rubber, on the little rubber shroud there. Just a smear of petroleum jelly, that's all it takes, and the next time when you come to get them off, they just pop off as easily as you saw before. So I shall do that in a minute, but just to prove a point, again, if you look at the leads, they're routed properly, and I can just reach in, and I promise I haven't pulled these off for quite some time now, since the last time I changed the plugs, and they just take a little bit of a wiggle, and away they go, look. And all that is just because of a little bit of petroleum jelly. Easy. That's all 4 off. Now, put that into some sort of context. A friend of mine is coming down on Saturday with his car, and he's got 6 of them that are stuck on. They just will not come off. He's got them wedged on there good proper. So he's fortunately he's brought some new caps, so it doesn't matter if we have to break them to get them off. But for the sake of a little bit of petroleum jelly, it's just not worth it. You might as well just do it properly, and then next time it makes the job so much easier. Even if it's not you doing it, if the next person will be very thankful that you took the time to just put a little blob of petroleum jelly on and make life easier for him, and not damage anything either, and not strain yourself. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just put a little bit of jelly into those 4 plugs on this side, and then this side is complete. So there we go. So, last one about to go on now. And one other thing with this is when you put the plug lead on, make sure you hear that nice there. That you know it's on then. I'll pull it off again and show you again. Quite often these fall off, and they're the source of all sorts of problems with misfires and poor running and so on, because they're just resting on the top of the plug cap, and the engine will still run, but it'll misfire and eventually it'll fall off or fall away and get melted on the exhaust or something. So just make sure that shroud is fully home on the plug, and you hear that nice click as it goes in. You know it's on then. That's fine. And then just one final point really is just turn the shrouds a little bit so that they're not resting, or it's harder for them to rest on the exhaust, because they will melt. The rubbers will melt, obviously the shroud won't, but the further away from that hot exhaust they are, the better. So bit of care and attention paid to routing and placing spark plug leads does pay dividends, I think, and eliminates a lot of silly little faults that can appear on these cars. And we do see it all the time on the forums, cars misfiring, and quite often it's down to just a poorly fitted plug lead or a poorly fitted lead. That's it, or a cap. Poorly fitted cap, I should say, I beg your pardon. When really it's not that hard. It's not that hard to get it right. So why not take the time and do it properly. That's my view on it. So I've got one more side to do, and that's it for now. Next time I shall be doing an oil change, and I shall also be removing the sump because I've got a little oil leak at the back, so I'm going to fit a new gasket, and then I've got to do the transmission fluid, the gearbox oil. I did the diff recently, but I've got to do the gearbox oil. So a few little jobs underneath the car, and as of the 1st of March it'll have road fund licence on it again, and I'll be back on the road, so look forward to getting out in it and having a few runs. Right, that's the last plug cap to go on. There we go, that's it, job done. So that's about an hour and a half to change 8 spark plugs and refit new ones, and quite satisfying really if you can do the job yourself. I find it satisfying, and it's you know, nice to think that you've saved a few quid, and the car's ready to roll again. All the leads are back on, dipsticks back in, inlet pipe back on, the cable to the airflow meters fitted. That's it, just need to put the bonnet back on now, but I'll do that when my mate comes round. And we struggle to get his plug caps off. That's going to be fun, I can see it now. There we go.